Good morning, afternoon, and good evening, or I say night, I don't know. Welcome to another episode of Out of the Bag. I just realized I forgot the cameras on me. This is, we're going for the all video. All video, all the time. You guys really hit me with some awesome, awesome feedback about the podcast on the YouTube channel, so figured what better than to we're not on a webcam, but we're recording each other basically. But thanks for joining on another episode of Out of the Bag. I hope you're having a good one. I'm joined by my brother once again.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, you were saying that to them.
First reoccurring guest.
Yes, actually, that's true.
I'll take it.
That is awesome.
That's a win in my book.
Damn right. On a 30 viewer podcast. Welcome to the big time. Well, hopefully we can make that number go up. Actually, interestingly enough, the big surprise is I've been advertising the Spotify, like wherever, but I haven't said really anything about Apple Podcasts up until the last podcast. And then I had 4 viewers on the last podcast.
Ooh.
For Apple Podcasts. I was like, where did those come from? Because I haven't said that to anybody. So apparently we just had a couple people swing by randomly. So that's cool.
Lit.
Yeah, super lit. All right, let's check out the topics. It's one or the other, I suppose. Let's go with what you got. We got TikTok. Would that be like a semicolon? TikTok, the new Vine? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I totally feel you there. I mean, where else can you find short order content like that?
Well, really nowhere. I mean, like Instagram, I guess, but even now Instagram, you can go, I think like 5 minutes, I think now, or something like that. You can do like long videos.
Right. I suppose.
Which a lot of people have been doing that. But yeah, nothing quick hitters like the good old days.
I don't mean to get into a tangent as soon as we get into a subject, but I have to say it before I forget. And
yes.
I just really wonder, is there a place for YouTube and like long, I don't really understand. I don't know how to put this, but it's just crazy to me that that certain content on like TikTok, for instance, gets so much reception. So many, some random shit will get 1.5 million.
Right.
And usually it's got some sort of like it's hitting a certain subject, right? Sometimes it's not, though. Sometimes it's really dumb and it just got 1.5 million. And then you got somebody, let's just say myself, I don't put a ton of effort into some of the stuff I do, but I put enough in to say I took a part of my day. And I just got like 30 views on it. And it's a difference between somebody who is making content like this versus 15 to 10 to whatever second video. It's just, is that content the same? Is that drowning out some? Because I hear some young kids don't even watch YouTube. They're invested in other social media and other ways of, getting content, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I would consider it like the same. I don't think.
You don't think they're in competition at all? Like for people's
clearly
attention?
they are. Clearly it is, but like I don't. How do I word it? I don't think TikTok, at least I don't think the majority of TikToks, and I don't think the majority of Vines, maybe towards the tail end of Vine, but I wouldn't consider that content comparable to what you would find on like a YouTube or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like you can get divulged into Vine or TikTok for a couple hours, but at the end of it, you're like, I just watched 200 videos and I can remember 2 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. It's slap knee type stuff, like quick punches.
But I do think that it is taking eyes away from. It is like quote unquote competition towards YouTube or Facebook video or Instagram video or Twitter video. I think it's competition.
Right. Yeah, it's just nuts how much reception some people can get. And, they're not, I don't consider them a content creator. You know what I mean? They are making content, but not in the same.
Right. Like you didn't think Jake Paul was a content creator when he was on Vine, but when he switched to YouTube, then you consider him a content creator.
Well, actually, in the height of his days, I would consider that content. So I'm saying like some of these people are just like lip singing, and
or dancing.
Yeah, well, and professional dancing is a little different versus like a trendy dance move that just everybody is doing. So yeah, the trendy dance move kind of thing. That's not as much effort as somebody say the Jake Paul or whoever, anybody in that upper part of YouTube, as far as how much. That's totally 2 different things. And somebody can get so much reception and be just, everybody's a normal person, but I'm saying just be a normal person. You get what I mean? Like they're just a normal person. They don't have that kind of clout that say a quote unquote famous person might have. It's just I feel like for some reason you can get a ton of reception on TikTok versus YouTube. And that's just, I feel like there's something to say there. I don't know what it is.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Because
is it because of how short
the videos
are?
It must be, because you can cycle through stuff. Remember those TikToks I got? I had more reception than more than half the videos I've ever made. In one TikTok, I got, I don't know, it was like 10,000 likes or something like that, and it was like 60,000 views. It was like, I've never gotten that kind of audience in just one short, like 15-second video, and I never did much or anything after that because it just didn't feel as rewarding to me. But it just was really weird that I could get so many eyes on me for something so little and not content, in my opinion.
Right.
But it's definitely the new Vine, to get back on subject. It's definitely that short burst of entertainment that some of these people are looking for.
And do you think it would have been the same if it would have stayed musically? Or do you think it switching to TikTok got it its new hype?
Musically does not. It's just right from a business standpoint. That is getting too. That is shortening your. Man, I'm really fucking up trying to explain it. That is your audience is too small by saying music in the title already, because you're automatically associating yourself with music. Right. So like TikTok is not anything really, in my opinion. TikTok could be anything. You got Tic Tac, that's a fucking mint. So it's like TikTok really could be anything. And so by saying TikTok and then broadening it out, I think it definitely did amp up their ability to become even more popular.
Right.
But Vine, man, that was the stuff.
Whatever happened to that Vine 2 hype?
It did come out, I think.
Oh,
I don't.
Bombed.
I don't think it did well. No, I think maybe that TikTok came out in a similar time frame, so they probably were at or Musically was a thing, and Vine 2 came out.
Which maybe I didn't follow it enough, but why did Vine close in the first place?
I think it had to do with legal reasons, but I'm not 100% sure. We're right in front of our computers. We probably could look it up. It does take away from conversation, which is shitty, but
because I think it would still be going strong To this day, if it would have stayed.
Right. Oh, no, absolutely. Because it was definitely the TikTok of that time.
Right. It was a new form of media.
Yeah. And then who battled it? It was Vine was 7 seconds, and then Instagram video came out. Or something like that.
I think it was like 10 or something.
Yeah, it was 10. I thought it was 15.
Maybe what? Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh
Maybe
yeah, I scrolled down and all of a sudden it says former executives say that major competitive challenge emerged in the form of Instagram, which introduced 15-second video clips in June 2013. That's crazy. Okay. Meanwhile,
which is there a time limit on TikToks? I guess I don't even know.
I don't believe there is anymore. I think there's a standard, but then you can import like up to a minute or something like that.
Okay.
There's a standard like time that you get to record, and I'm pretty sure it's, I don't know, is it 10 or 12, 15, somewhere in that range? But then I think they opened it up because they wanted more content on their app. Why limit these people?
Right.
It sounds like, from what I'm reading here, kind of just all sorts of stuff did not do well. Some stuff with leadership in the app and stuff like that. And I heard also that they had some, what I was saying earlier was that there was like legal problems because they were using a lot of copywritten content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, re-uploading stuff.
You're getting like
it's not theirs.
Yeah, it's like songs that are being played on the app that are available. It's like not the same kind of viewership that the artist is looking for, basically.
Yeah.
But I think TikTok is obviously doing it right. They have ads on their shit. So, I don't know. I definitely can see this sticking around.
TikTok?
Yeah. Right. It's
yeah. I don't know that there will be a competitor for it.
It seems like they nestled in, and as long as they can like stay a business, they're obviously making strides because they introduced those ads on the app. So when you like open it up, you'll get into an ad, and then sometimes you'll be scrolling through, and you'll get these. I showed you that app or that ad I sent you guys on Snapchat. It was about like it's called Earnin app.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, it's so
the dude
stupid.
Just dabs for no reason.
Yeah, it's the dab. Yeah, that's right. But it's so dumb. These ads, they're just so obnoxious. But yeah, so they obviously they're making money off this shit for sure.
Right.
So if they can keep that up, more power to them, I guess. Yeah, more power to Vine or TikTok. Rest in peace, Vine.
Vine 3 coming soon.
Yeah, Vine 3. Why don't we just make it? Or we should just make fuck TikTok. That's the app. Just get all the rebellions to come join us.
Furries are invited here.
Oh yeah, it's a sanctuary.
Yep.
You're safe here. No judgment.
And then one day we turn on them all.
Oh, jeez.
War starts again.
Yeah, we have all their information. Everybody. There's all the account names. They're comfortable here. They feel safe.
Yep.
That's just when
ambush them.
Yep. That's just when the United States government comes and takes your guns. Oh, wait, wrong subject. Oh no.
Not my guns.
Not my guns. Not my guns. You can't have my automatic AR-15. I need that.
I need to shoot moles with that.
I don't know. That's a huge debate. I won't even get into it.
It's a whole other topic.
Yeah, that's a long topic. You know, basically, I don't know. It's like people are gonna die whether or not. It's the people. Some of these people, they just have it in them. I feel like I won't. That's about all I'll say about that. I'm not going to go into.
You get Cody on here and talk to him about it.
Did he have a strong opinion about it?
Not strong, but me and him had a conversation about that.
Well, he'll be on this podcast eventually. I asked him about it, so if you're listening now, I love you, Cody.
Prepare yourself, Cody.
Yeah, we're going to talk about guns. No, I do love my guns. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of them, but I personally, I don't need a machine gun, like anything automatic, so I'm not really affected in all of it. I don't think they're gonna. I hope they don't go on, any kind of gun, because, I eventually would like to have an M1 Garand as soon as I can get my bitch ass to afford it. I've been talking about it for years. I haven't bought one yet. It's like $600. I just can't get myself to do it. I wouldn't want that taken away. That's a badass gun, and I'd like to just, even if I'm not using it, I'd like to keep it. But I don't need.
There's just no need to shoot hundreds of rounds in seconds. That's my opinion.
No need. True. Yeah. I mean, if that's just gonna be a rule, then sure. But my point is like, it's gonna happen. So you can take them, and if it helps, it helps. I'm all for it. I'm not against it. But I guarantee you'd still have problems. You know what I mean?
Right.
You'd still have, like, you see people, there's this crazy shit, like a month ago I read, this dude is just running through the streets of China stabbing people, just running down the road, stab, just fucking crazy. It's just people, they ain't built like me and you, Matt. They ain't built like us.
Right.
We're normal folk. Some people are just crazy. You can't help it.
Yep. Right.
Here's a funny thing. I seen an ad for a friend app, and it's where you make friends. It's not for dating at all. It's strict. I don't remember the name of the app, and I'm sure this isn't the only version of it because it's starting to come out. But turns out like it's same sex, so you go on there and you're only talking to your they assign you if you're male or female. I don't know if there's an other or not, but it's either male or female, and you're just like stuck with it. So
then you're like talking to other dudes, like, yeah, you want to play some Call of Duty tonight?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty
Where's
much
the party
it.
at?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
And then chicks are like, hey, do you got any makeup I can borrow?
Yeah, let's make a night out of it. Who knows? I think.
Right.
I think I was talking to a coworker about it, and it just seemed like, I don't know. It's hard to make friends as an adult in this day and age, let alone like, because where else are you going to go to a public area other than a bar? Is what I was saying.
Right.
Like, and then it's like, if you don't drink, what kind of friend are you meeting at the bar then? Because there ain't going to be anybody you're going to want to hang out with if you are not a drinker.
Right.
So.
Yeah, your friends, as you get older, your friends just are the people you work with. Yeah. They become your friends.
Yeah, it's true. Because you already have something in common.
Yeah.
And chances are you have more in common if you fell into the same role. You know what I mean? At least some people you will.
Right.
Because I've met a lot of people through jobs that I've worked, and that's pretty much the friends that I've had throughout the past. They come and go, of course. You live your life, and sometimes it's just hard to see people after, you don't work with them. But, yeah, as, when you're not put into a situation where you're in a pub, like I was going to college, that kind of helped me out. When I was going to college, I was able to meet other people, but I'm a computer guy. But some of these motherfuckers were non-sociable, nerdy fuckers. Like, I learned a lot throughout all my jobs in kitchens and customer service. I'm not the crazy sociable guy, but I can at least handle somebody that I've never met before. So I feel like. And then, so that makes me, I feel more valuable in the IT world because I am the nerdy guy, but also I can talk to you without fucking falling apart. I'm sweating and I smell really bad. No, just kidding. That's mean. I'm sorry. But yeah, and I don't have that. I don't have that anymore. So where the hell do I meet somebody? Do I just walk up to somebody in the street and be like, "Yo, you're my friend now. We're gonna chill."
No, you meet people on Call of Duty 4, play Michael Myers, and he becomes your lifelong best friend who doesn't invite you to their wedding.
Oh, actually, I think we were, but I don't think
I never officially got an invite.
I don't think we ever got an official invite, but I don't think it was ever like a dude, you're not invited. So,
well, I didn't know where it was. I didn't know the date of it.
Let's not get into it. We're talking a lot about Cody in this stream or in this this podcast. Cody, we love you.
I guess I'm not too mad. I mean, Josh Peck didn't invite Drake to his, so
yeah. Oh wow, you just made our relationship
throwing shade.
You just compared us to Drake and Josh. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey.
Yeah, shoot for the stars, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
God, I say too much. I'm sorry. There's classes where you can learn how to get rid of that.
Contrary to belief.
Oh, is that what you're supposed to say in replacement?
I don't know.
Oh.
I was just trying to find something to fill it.
I like that. But with Cody, yeah, that was interesting. Was it Call of Duty 4? Was that the game? I thought it was World at War.
Call of Duty 4 had Michael Myers, and I'm pretty sure that's how you met him.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Pretty sure that's how you met him. Because we used to play Call of Duty 4 more than we played Call of Duty 5, but Call of Duty 5 was the newest one at the time.
True. That's nuts.
And then I met Cody. I don't remember how I met him, to be honest, but I just remember
maybe like
him
he invited you or something, thinking it was me or something.
No, because I was playing on my own account because he didn't know I was your brother. That was the thing. So me and him were like glitching on Showdown, Call of Duty 4, trying to get out of the map by rocket jumping.
Yeah.
And eventually it just got brought up that I was like, oh, I'm Surreal MC's brother. And he's like, nah. And then you were home. And I was like, Josh, come here. You're like, what's up, Cody? What?
So maybe you added him or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Because there's no way that you randomly got into a match with the same.
No.
Imagine that. You imagine that. You just meet him in the same way.
Maybe Cody remembers why, but I don't remember how I started playing with him. I don't know if I was just like a lonely kid and I just invited him off your friends list.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It could be. That's what I was thinking. Is one of you two invited one another, not knowing, just like, oh, let's just see what they're up to because they're playing the same game I'm gonna play or something.
Right.
But that kind of goes into the same subject. What we're talking about is how do you make friends? And you're right. It's kind of just that was very interesting for us to.
It was natural. It was just happen.
Meet somebody, and I consider him one of my best friends, even though I've never met the dude. And it's just kind of interesting that can exist. And no matter how much time we've spent apart, it's almost like it doesn't matter. And that's how you know that you're super compatible with somebody, because that's the same way with me and my buddy Jimmy. We've spent time apart, and it doesn't really ever change when you get back to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you guys live your life. Sometimes you get busy.
Pick up right where you left off.
Yeah. It's not like, when you're a teenager and then when you become an adult, excuse me, you change, obviously. But once you become an adult, I feel like you start to learn stuff and then you become yourself pretty much for the rest of your life. You might learn more stuff, but you're pretty much the same person you're always gonna be as far as
Yep.
yourself. So, yeah.
See, unless you find Jesus.
Yeah, that too. You can change. You can change for the better, I suppose.
He's my second longest friendship. Bo's got him beat. But that's only because I went to school with Bo.
I think
And what?
Oh, well. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, me and Bo met in elementary school because we both played Donkey Kong Country on the Game Boy Advance.
Nice. That's badass. Donkey Kong Country on the Game Boy Advance.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
He's got Cody beat, but yeah, then Cody would be my second.
I think Megan would be my longest. But then, yeah, Cody's right behind because I met him the same year. I think. Because that same year, so it'd be Megan, Cody, and then Jimmy. Because after I got an Xbox, it broke, and that's how I met Jimmy. I just want to apologize. We had a bit of a technical difficulty with the podcast, and I'm just going to skip a chunk of the podcast. And it's going to kind of be a weird transition in the next subject. But take it away, past Sunchips. I like this one that you say, what's a harsh truth that you prefer to ignore?
Oh,
yeah,
now we're getting deep. I might actually start crying.
Yeah, that one hits deep. I don't really want to go too far, but I get hit with a lot of existential shit the past year. Really bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's nothing that I can't overcome, and I haven't been able to by self-medicating. But it's just sometimes I'm sitting there and I question so much, and I just have to go do something. And I don't know what it is, if it's my age, if it's just where I'm at in life, if it's also because I've made it to where I've wanted for so long and now I don't know what's next, that I just start thinking about it more. Because I feel like I've always wondered, but I just now lately it's just bro, what is life, bro? What is it all? And it fucking hits me really deep. Sometimes I go all the way down the rabbit hole, and then I get that weird stomach feeling. That's not comforting at all. And it's just been happening a lot. And I think that's a harsh truth that I don't know if I've ignored, but it's definitely hitting me harder now at 29 years old. Just what is life in general? It's not even about death for me. It's just about what I'm here for. Death is obviously a part of it when I think about it. I'm not really afraid of that as much as just afraid of what this all is, even. What the hell? Yeah. I think we said a quote the last time, does anybody really know where they're going? And I don't think anybody really knows. They might think they know in this little square box they're in, but I think a lot of people underestimate the fact that we're super tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just shit that I've ignored it, maybe subconsciously. But yeah, it's hit me lately. How about yourself?
I think the only harsh truth, I don't even know if it's harsh. I think that's kind of open-ended on your interpretation of a harsh truth. But I think a lot about if my decision to not go to college was the right one, not pursue my dream of radio broadcasting. I mean, that was it.
That's awesome.
But I don't know. I think about that sometimes.
Yeah,
that's really about it.
No, I totally am right there with you. I think the totally opposite. I look at you and I see your success at such a young age. And granted, I don't think I could do what you do because my mentality is just so I get really comfortable. Obviously, a lot of people do in like repetition. And so like for me it's like to not have that repetition, it's hard for me, but I see you and your success and I'm like, fuck, even though I probably couldn't do that, it just kind of makes me question what the fuck I did because I didn't spend near as much as some people do. Like some people spend a lot of money uh to go to college, and I just after what I learned, man, it really fucks with me to think about it, but I could have learned everything myself. I could have self-taught everything that I learned in school. And so all I did was get myself, in my opinion, a piece of paper that's saying I'm smart enough to learn stuff or like learn something in this field. So
Right.
so for me, I feel like you skipped a step in definitely getting into something that might be tough for you now, and if it is, it'll always get better though. If it's tough for you now, then at least you care, because if it's tough, then you're paying attention. But if it's
Hmm.
you know if it's something you can stick with for a long time, look at Dad. He got some schooling, I think. I don't know what it was. I think he went to Pine Tech or something.
Yeah, something like that, I think.
But he stuck with the same company even through a name change, even through like shifts throughout the company. He stuck with it for 40 odd years, and he made something of himself like that. So when you say that, I say, well, look at what Dad did. He's I mean, if you can keep a position for that long, even throughout hardships, then I don't see any reason to go to college, because it all depends on like what you want to do. I needed it to say that I can do something, but you're doing something and you didn't have
Right,
to.
but the thing is I'm doing something that wasn't on my radar. And not saying I don't like what I do. I mean, it's,
Yeah,
it's a job, right?
right.
But I look at someone like you, right? Or Megan, like Megan's in the field that she wants to be in. I assume that's what she wanted to be in.
I assume as
Obviously,
well.
because she's into it. I don't talk to her enough to know if that's what she wants to do and if she loves that. But then I look at you, like you're in the field that you went into. I would
Sure.
assume you like it. I would assume you love what you do. Maybe not the exact job that you're doing, but that field you're into. So like I look at that and I envy that part. That part of being in the field that you wanted to be in. Like granted, yeah, sure I'm in a good job for life's sake. Like
Yeah.
I make good money, I got good benefits, it's got good retirement and all that. But at the end of the day, kind of going back onto like what's your purpose?
Hmm.
Is my purpose to just work? Like those are
Yeah.
the kind of the thoughts I have, especially while working, because I sit there on a train for 12 hours and sometimes you run out of things to talk about with the other person you're working with, so you just get deep in thought.
Yeah. No, I totally. I feel like we're really hitting some key points, because you can go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're right,
Well, and
man.
it's two different perspectives too. I mean, we got both end of the spectrums. We got someone who went to college and went that route, and then you got me
Yeah.
at a day of it,
Right.
and both successful.
Right. Yeah. Um, I will say after I've gotten to this position, I do want more. I do.
Okay.
I'm like still enjoying it, but and if my coworkers listening, because I showed some of my coworkers my stuff, um, it's like I'm like plugging it. I'm like fucking replacing keys on a keyboard sometimes. Like fuck, dude. It's
Yeah.
not that we ain't. It's not that we're not competent. It's just that this is the bottom of the barrel of what I want to do. And I don't know what I want to do after this, but I know that I'm worth more than putting in fucking keys and keyboards on some occasions.
Right.
I'm not, and that's why I was saying if my buddy's listening, I'm not shitting on her stuff, man.
Right. You still love what you do.
Yes, but it's just not enough. Like some days when it's real slow, I just feel like, what the fuck am I doing? And I still don't, but I don't know what to do next. So when you say I'm in the field that I like, I got here because it's what what is the word? I manifested it.
Mm-hmm.
I manifested it because I thought about it so much. But now that I'm here, I don't know if this is what I love doing. And I enjoy it more. I enjoy it more than a lot of other jobs I've had. And I probably would enjoy it with other jobs that I will have. I'm sure. I'm sure I'll come across another shitty job if I bounce around. But I can't say that I love my job because I don't feel like I'm getting enough out of it. And maybe I could ask for more responsibility. I probably could. But I'm trying to figure out what's next.
Teach a class, dude.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I could teach, man. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, man. I don't know if I want to teach either. That'd be weird too. I don't know. I just said that a billion times because I talked to my boss not recently. It's actually going on a little while now. I asked him if I could get some training and how much that'd cost, or not how much that'd cost, if they could pay for that cost, and how much I'd get back if I were to like take some classes. And then I thought about it, and I was gonna take him up on the offer that I could get some schooling, and then I just was like, well, I don't even know if that's what I want to do. Like, this schooling is going to get me to a certain place. That sure, it's going to be within technology, but I don't even know if that's where I want to go. So I haven't educated myself at all. I keep up on technology to the point where I feel like I'm evened out and I can easily learn whatever I need to learn. But man, it's tough because I definitely don't know what I could do that I love doing and make money. I love entertaining, but that takes a lot of effort. That's a quit your job, your 9 to 5, and put all your effort into kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You can't do it like this and expect to make a living out of it. You got to be every day, multiple outlets. And that's what I'd love to do, but that's a fucking big risk. And going back to the same thing, I really love repetition and comfort in that. I'll get a paycheck next week because I, do my 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm. Well, when relitcandles.com pops off.
Yeah, right. We were supposed to put out some product this weekend.
I'll be buying.
Megan's sick. Well, I'm going to be shipping you probably a sample anyway, so.
I'll be buying it, honestly.
Nice. There you go. Just fucking look at the label. Oh.
Well, if we do a podcast, the three of us, me, you, and Jessica, I would like to ask this question again, kind of the tangent we got on. Because Jessica's got a different perspective, right? Like, you went to college, you're in the field that you went to college for. I didn't go to college, and I'm working. And Jessica went to college, and she's not in the field that she went to college for.
True. Yeah.
So it's the third perspective.
Right. Yeah, I always wondered
what she thinks.
I always wondered what she wants to do. What her passion is. Because I feel like
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, probably, and she can make a job out of that. I think she'd be a good
boosting people's accounts.
I think she'd be a good content creator. She should try it.
She's an OG, man. OG. Been on YouTube since the early days.
She's almost a fucking AI. She could probably like demonetize somebody just by fucking looking at their thumbnail. I feel like she's got a lot of knowledge with YouTube. She could put that to use.
The last thing I'll say about like the school and college thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny, and I tell people this at work all the time because I think it's a funny little story or whatever. Do you remember mom's 3 rules throughout school?
Like regular school?
Yeah, just like her 3 rules she would give us in high school.
No,
You got to play an instrument.
Oh, I remember
You
that.
have to go to prom.
I don't remember that one.
You have to go to college.
Probably because I was the bad kid.
Those were the 3 that I remember telling me. I have to play an instrument. I have to go to prom. I have to go to college. And I always tell people that story because I think it's so funny. I basically didn't do any of those while you and Jessica did all 3 of those. I didn't go to prom.
You tried to play trumpet.
I did, yeah, for like a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I played an instrument for a month. I didn't go to prom and I didn't go to college. I don't know if it's because I think mom literally almost signed Jessica up for college one day because Jessica's like, well, I don't know what I want to go for and like all that. Mom's like, well, I'm signing you up.
Yeah.
And then it came to me, the baby of the family, gets away with everything.
Well, me and Jessica were just beta tests. And they just kind of knew what to expect after. They were like, we did this twice. You didn't got to do all that stuff. Fuck it. You're fine. Yeah. It is fine.
It was also like kind of like, I felt bad for some of my teachers in high school.
Ooh.
Because Jessica was a very good student. And then they would get me. I was just like a D student, C-D student.
That's funny.
Like I remember Miss Knutson. Jessica was Miss Knutson's like favorite student.
Oh boy.
And then I got her. And I failed one year.
Oof.
I didn't do the second year, the year I was retaking biology, I failed biology. Second year, there was this bug project, right? Where you had to like go get these bugs, pin it to a pin, like a styrofoam board, like all this stupid stuff.
Stupid, yeah.
Well, Jessica did it the first year. She literally did my project basically for me.
Nice. Right? Yeah.
And somehow I failed the project. Okay. So then the second year when I had to retake that class because I failed it, I didn't even do it. I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm not even going to do this project. I didn't do it.
Oh, damn.
Which shout out to Bo. Bo on that same project got negative points first year.
Oh. Sounds like
class
favoritism over here.
He got negative points. I got us that work.
How the hell? That's rough. I'm going to take away from your main grade by putting you in the negative, buddy. That's fucked up. I'd sue.
Anyways.
Oh, good. Go back and sue. Shit, dude. We're into an hour now. We just passed over an hour. That's sweet, dude. Fuck it. I love these. I love these long ones. All right.
Yeah, I listen.
Yeah. Oh, I listen too, actually. I listen over because it's interesting. I don't know if it's the drugs, but I kind of forget what we talk about. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just nice to listen back because it's kind of different.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we at? We got a couple more here. I think we can squeeze our bottom 2 subjects into one subject. I bet you we can make these 2 combine into one subject. You think we could?
Oh yeah, easy.
Okay, so let's go with yours and then we'll fade into mine. How's that? I think we can do it. Okay.
Wait.
Just roll with me here. Is religion ever coming to an end? Oh man.
I think it is. I think it's coming down.
Yeah.
I mean, I think statistically speaking too, it is.
Right.
I think the numbers have dropped a lot.
Absolutely. At least well,
I'll go ahead.
I think we should also recognize where we are. We got to make sure we're not ignorant here in that I'm sure religion is hopping in other places.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Other countries, great.
We're talking like Catholic
US.
And what we got going over here as far as like the majority of fucking white Englishmen.
Let's not generalize other countries and their beliefs.
Yeah, because I don't know what the hell they have as far as religion over here or over there. But over here, it does seem like, yes, the younger crowd is less involved in any kind of religion. Really.
And just for anybody who doesn't know, which is like probably one person, we're both confirmed Catholic.
Yes.
So like we went through it every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Wednesday during the school year, going to church class. Like we did it. We were in the thick of it.
The thick
of it, yes.
Our Father who art in heaven.
It's like waking up early on Sundays and peeking under the door to see if mom and dad's light was on to see if you were going to church that Sunday. And then it was getting close to time where it's like, oh, maybe we're not going. And the light flicks on and all right, everybody, let's get ready. Shit.
Oh, that's funny. You know, I'll be honest with you. We were kind of little bitches about it, though, because an hour time is nothing. An hour time nowadays, it's absolutely nothing. We just sat here and talked for an hour.
Yes, exactly. But it felt so long,
So long.
Like, it literally felt like you were there all afternoon.
Oh, my God. The whole day is ruined. Seriously.
Yeah. Yes.
It was. It did. I think about that now, or I've thought about that now, and like how long that hour felt back then. It was crazy. Because we were just like, as a young kid, just go. And that just was sit. And yeah.
Drink the holy water.
No, I didn't do that.
I think I did once.
On
accident, dude. I was thirsty, man.
Hey, I'm about to chug this real quick, Father. Oh, man.
I will say, though, I wouldn't, looking back on it, though, I wouldn't change it, right? Like, I went through it. It was a great experience.
I learned something about myself. Yeah, definitely nothing I'd change either. I feel like we definitely found something out about ourselves going through that. I learned that, for me, it's good to have faith in something, but that was as far as I'd go as far as faith is considered. I learned that this is not for me, but I believe in, I believe in caring for everything, like caring for the fact that you believe
in like the beliefs, some of the beliefs behind it.
Yeah, right.
But not because a higher power is making you do so.
Yeah, right. Or, the rules, like there's difference for me. It's like the 10 Commandments. Let's just call that morality. Like that's just normal being like a moral person and like just knowing wrong from right. All right. And I think what it was that I liked the most out of it was when the priest would talk about what he would go into his own tangent. You remember that? It was
like his own real stories.
Right. Yeah, he would go through the scriptures doing stuff like that, but then when he came up to like real life scenarios and this can apply to your life kind of thing, and he's talking about certain things that's actually happened. That's what I got out of it. When it came to the Bible and everything. I've never read it. Dad says he's read it before. I know there's lessons to learn, but I just can't get behind that book was created by a man. So that's just at the root. That's where I have problems.
And reproduced
the telephone game
thousands and thousands of times.
Did you ever play that telephone game in school?
Yep, in school. Yep.
It's the same. It's literally the same thing. And it's not even about lost in translation. It's about somebody fucking purposely saying something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like somebody purposely being like dog pineapple and throwing that shit in the sentence or something stupid. Just saying random words for no reason.
Yeah.
And that's just because the story's not going to be told the same every time.
But would you say that the age of internet is the cause of us getting further and further away from religion.
We did it. You segued right into it. We did it. Those are two subjects. We sewed them together. Because
I tried.
You did great, man. I fucking couldn't have done it any better myself, I'll be honest. But it definitely, yes, I believe that the internet has, I don't like to use the phrase because it sounds so cheesy. It sounds so lame to say that, like, we're waking up. I don't like that term. It's not, we're not sleeper agents who just... It's because we've never known what our brothers and sisters are like, and we never knew what was on the other side of the earth. And there's just so much we can know now at the tip of our finger, or at the touch of our fingertips, versus before. So it makes individuals wonder, what is religion when there's just all of this knowledge now combined that is like on the contrary, and it's people making their own paths, I feel like, because the internet is, we're woke.
Here's a question for you about it. Is there a time where you remember, like, okay, this isn't for me, like I don't believe?
Yeah, this dude tried to kiss me. Oh, I'm just kidding. Oh, sorry. When you said this isn't for me, I had to make that joke. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Ask it again. That was inappropriate for the podcast.
No, is there just a time where you remember, like, okay, hey, like I don't believe, I'm a non-believer. Maybe you were kind of in the middle, like, I don't know if this is me. Do you remember a time like that? Because I remember mine.
Yeah, go ahead. I can speak after.
So I don't remember the exact time when I started to not believe, but I remember the first time I, like, openly said it to somebody. Yeah. You remember that, like, to get confirmed, you had to go on this, like, little camp retreat thing for the weekend?
Yes.
Like, you guys showed up to it, pretty sure. But anyways, one of the nights while you were there, you had to talk to a priest. I forget what is it even called, where you talk to him about your sins and
confessional.
Yes. Okay. So we had to do confession one night, and I went up to him, and he's like, "Okay, is there any sins that you want to, just magically have disappear?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, to be honest, I don't really believe in God."
Right.
And I said that to him, not really knowing what he's gonna say.
Yeah.
And he just kind of chuckled, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we all go through those times sometimes." And I was like, "No, like, I don't think you understand.
This isn't a phase, dude."
Yeah. It's not like I'm going emo for a month. Like,
I'm converting right in front of you.
Yeah.
You better convince me, my guy, or otherwise I'm out of here.
Yeah. So
interesting. He didn't really give you any resolve, though, huh?
No. He's just like, you'll get over it, kind of thing.
Oh, nice. Thanks for that.
And here I am today,
speaking on a podcast about how you don't believe in God. Nice.
Which I don't know that I've ever told Dad that. I think he kind of knows. So.
Oh yeah, I've had this conversation with him. I told him about my thoughts on it, and he says he believes in God, and I'm all for it. I really don't care. I don't care what you do.
I care a lot.
Oh. It just doesn't matter to me. It doesn't affect my life. If it's not hurting you, if it's not hurting me, you can suck as many dicks as you want. It don't matter to me. Like,
and that's I have the same ideas on it. Like, if it betters your life and it helps you out, by all means, as long as you're not, hurting anybody else.
Yeah.
Or affecting other people's lives in a negative way, then more power to you.
Exactly.
Which was like another thing too, like on that, like the core of Catholic people, like the hardcore ones, no gay marriage, like all that. It's like, that doesn't affect you, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Stop with that.
It's not ever gonna do anything to you. And
Yeah.
now,
And
when I was younger, I was like, as long as as long as a guy doesn't try to do anything to me, and that was like me being ignorant when I was like a teenager,
yeah.
and just not knowing, and that was prior to the big internet, so I was kind of just had that thought. And nowadays, if a dude actually tried to do something with me, I take it as a compliment. I'll be honest
Compliment.
with you.
Yeah.
Be like, damn, you think I'm good? Okay, that's cool. But just to let you know, I'm good, thanks. So
Right. Yeah.
that I would be offended. It's not
Right.
in my life. I don't care. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right. I think we got the same idea. It's definitely, why can't we all be just us? Why can't they just clone us? You know what I mean?
Everyone just.
Yeah. We're perfect human beings. Oh God. Um. So the time I think I can't really put a time on it. It was at the tail end of my having to go to church.
Okay.
While I was still at home and while I was still engaging in church, and before I just stopped going altogether. The reason
Yeah.
why is because I don't know if it was because of the internet, opening my eyes a little bit more, or if it was just my own thoughts, but I'd go to church and I just feel like I'm in a cult and that we're just repeating things in a very monotone fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're reading things from a book that somebody wrote, and that's where I get back to, it's not that I'm against what they're about. It's that I just don't believe in that. Like, I am all for you having faith in your life, having faith in this, having faith in that, having faith in a rock. I really don't care. It's good to have some sort of faith in something, but I don't believe that there is something that is like humanized or personified, or like is of like a human form that is a god of sorts. Like, it just
Right.
doesn't make sense. And why are
Mm-hmm.
there so many? Why can't a dolphin be God? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, why
Yeah.
does it have to be me, a monkey? That 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 is the epitome of the whole universe. That just
Mm-hmm.
I can't get behind such a small scale.
Yeah.
It's not enough. I have
Well then.
faith in the universe more than that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I was just gonna say. I think one of the things that started to turn me off when I was younger was like the whole like the bad priests, touching little kids, and like the Catholic Church really never did anything about it. They were just
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, we don't like that," and then that was it.
Right. Yeah, it's because it's
Like,
like it's not regulated in the same fashion that it's like a government, or it's a
right.
I don't know. It's a little different. They're self-sufficient. These things aren't. It's just they're unconnected, and they can just kind of do what they want to do.
Yeah.
But that's like anything.
Which
But
we got lucky with our first priest, Father Xavier. He was dope.
yeah, he gave a mean handy. That was fucked up. Why did I say that?
That was really fucked up. That was really fucked up.
No, he was super cool. He was so down
He
to
was.
earth, and I feel like if I told him, if I got to the point where I could tell him that I didn't, if he was still our priest when I was on the edge, I feel like if I would have told him that, he would have been cool with it. Like,
Right.
I don't feel like he was such a closed-minded person. He was just seemed like, yeah, like you said, cool. He just seemed so down to earth.
Yeah, and he would always like, even after he left, like he would send us birthday cards,
Oh yeah,
and
that's
he
right.
showed up to Grandpa's funeral.
Oh
which he
my
definitely
gosh,
didn't have to do
I
that.
forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he seemed like a human being.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I think he can't remember if he was. Did he come back when Grandpa was sick? I think he did. I think at one point he did come back, and
Like as a guest?
yeah, to like come and see him and
It does sound very familiar.
talk with him and make sure he was doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a cool guy. If you're out there, man, hit me up. Father Xavier.
Get you on the podcast.
Who was the one before that? Father Ralph.
I don't remember him.
He's an older guy.
I only remember Father Xavier, and I don't even remember the new dude's name that was there after Father Xavier left, but he was whack.
Yeah, I heard he wasn't
Whack.
He was. I heard he wasn't good.
I just wasn't feeling that shit, man.
Yeah, that's how it goes. What do you do?
I couldn't be singing "Go Tell It on the Mountain" like I used to, you know. Couldn't be
Over
doing
the
that.
hills and everywhere. My hands are up. Matt, are you trying to convert me right now? Stop it. See, that's kind of that's the thing, though, is that there's some churches out there that are very pro message and aren't so involved in reading scripture the whole time. That one in Forest Lake, for instance, I forget what it's called. Dad had visited. It's like a whole theatrical performance almost.
Oh yeah.
But it's more about a message and more about just bettering yourself, and that stuff I can get behind. I mean, I'm not gonna go because it's still it's still religion, but I'm all for that kind of message, just being, praising, happiness and just being a good human being. There's nothing wrong with, pushing that message.
Yep.
Some heavy topics, man. Feels good. I think we pretty much covered that. We definitely hit both those subjects. Internet has made us more aware of everything. That's pretty much what I was getting at, is
The gist of it.
yeah. We're so much more in tune with one another now. And that's where I just hope, I wanted to talk about this on past podcasts, but I just hope we can come together as the internet continues to thrive and we continue to. I just don't like how people say we're snowflakes sometimes. Some people are getting called snowflakes for getting butthurt about stuff. And I feel like that's just us compensating. Like, come on. You can be a jerk and then you can say that's wrong. So let's right in the middle just be like, let's just be cool with that. Why does the person defending the other person have to be a snowflake? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Why do they? I just hope one day we can get to a point where we don't have to kill anybody. Like, murderers are murderers, whatever. But like war and famine and stuff,
Whatever.
that stuff you can't get away from. There's just too many people.
I know what you're saying. It was just funny how you said it. Murderers or whatever. Like, that's fine. They can do what they want.
Yes, you're right. They can do what they want. But forcible war, like we're getting we're not doing it as much anymore, but there still is killing of countries fighting each other. And I know some of these people are bad people, but in all honesty, I don't know that. I don't know who we're murdering every day. I'm sure somebody's getting killed in some sort of action. I don't know the people that are fighting, and I don't know the people that are fighting back, and vice versa. So I can't say that it's good or bad. But I just wish that we could get to a point where that doesn't have to happen. I wish that we could get to a point where we can not have to judge each other because of our skin color, for fuck's sakes. We're human beings. We're not different. We're all the fucking same. So
this is going to get into something two white folk probably shouldn't be talking about.
God.
I've talked to people at work, it's like, we'll talk about careers and stuff, and I forget, I don't even know how we got onto it, but I remember one guy, we were talking about like being a police officer. I think he had said he kind of wanted to do that, and I was like, I never could.
Yeah.
Because that's just not in my blood. I can't do that.
Yep.
he's like, yeah, I never would either. You can't do anything nowadays. And it's like, well, yeah, that's good, right? Like, it's good that people are finally calling these cops out on their bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like, you can't say that that's bad.
That's a good thing. Yes.
It is very good that that's happening nowadays.
There's a reason why there's a thing called yin and yang, because there should always be balance. And there always is something. Like, look at what happens when you imbalance something so much, it flips the whole other end of the spectrum, and then it does it again. Like, you do all sorts of certain bad things. Eventually, the people you're doing bad things to are gonna retaliate, and that goes to say about like all sorts of different people who are discriminated in the world. Like you have that tipping point, back and forth, back and forth. It's like we need that. We have to have the balance. Otherwise, it's all one-sided, and then we're like avoiding a certain type of person. Why? Yep. They're a human fucking being.
Yeah.
I was just talking to somebody the other day, or today actually, about how, how I hate people, man. Why can't we just? I just don't. It just. I guess I won't go there.
We're gonna be going on a tangent now, and I like this because this is the kind of tangents I really like.
Yeah.
So when me and Kia first started dating, before I was introducing her to our dad,
Yep.
He asked me, she's like, is it like, not are you scared to do it, but is it like, are you nervous to introduce me to him because I'm black? And it's like, no, like, we didn't grow up that way. I can see that in how in other families that can be wrong. I think that's wrong.
Right.
But I was like, no, like my dad's woke. Like he is so accepting, and I don't know. I appreciate just that part of him, and I just wish that's how people would be, because even though we grew up in a very like hick farm town where North Branch was like the fake hood, it's like
we didn't.
It was just a bunch
diversity.
Of white people. Yeah, but and I don't think Dad really ever got out in that kind of diverse, but he just like he gets it. Like, more people, the morals were there for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people in that town didn't get that. I never understood it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Right. I totally agree with you. Dad, I think it was that our parents just never had an opinion of other people as far as that, as far as like any differences. I don't think that it was never brought up. They seen people as they were, and I did the same. Like, anytime we'd ever see another individual, they treated them the same as any other kind of individual, whether they were disabled, whether they were of different color or race or a different ethnicity or religion or anything. It was always just, we're human beings. We just acknowledge each other. And it was never brought up as a subject. And I think that's what needs to happen, is that it's not a thing. If you make it a thing, then that's a thing. But if it's not a thing, if you never bring it up and you just... Because Mom and Dad never said anything like that to instruct us not to think differently. You know what I mean? They didn't say like, don't think a certain way. It just never was a conversation. It never brought up or anything. And I think that is a main piece of it, because they had no reason to ever bring anything up like that.
Yeah.
And so we just thought everything was normal. Yeah. What I was going to say is that I just don't like the idea that some people can't get over that we're not monkeys of some sort. We look so fucking similar. We have so many similarities that it's natural selection. I got refreshed about that. Natural selection, and that we were just better than the other ones, and we're thriving and growing, and we're evolving better than our counterparts.
Right.
They're just dumb banana eating fucking idiots, and we are intelligent. It just bothers me that for me,
People are so close-minded about it.
yes,
That's what bothers me.
yeah, I see that I am some sort of primate. I can accept that, and then I can accept that, but other people can't accept pigment. Like, are you fucking serious? What does it matter? You're a dumbass. Seriously, off yourself. No, that's super fucked. But in all honesty,
You're all the same strand. You're just different flavors, man.
Yes, right. Except I don't like that strand of person that doesn't like other strands. Fuck you. We're all
You don't like the moldy strands.
Yeah, you're gross. Please just rid yourself somewhere else. I don't need you around. I wish that we could eradicate that so easily, but we're all different, and that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to come together.
I think some of it too is ignorance too. Like before me and Kia started dating, I was ignorant to a lot of things on how she has to act, and like they have to, like her and her dad have to be certain ways and act certain ways to not fit these racist people's
Right. They're stereotypes.
Stereotypes, there you go.
It's like, great, now I'm fucking filling that. I'm just verifying that for them. Great. Because all these people that are on like a tipping point, or they're like on the fence or whatever, and then you go and fucking act up, and then they're like, oh, that's just that. Well, fuck you. No.
Oh, he's yelling at a sports game. Can't do that. Like, oh, sorry.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You old fuck.
Yeah, I think that's where the internet does come into play as well. It helps us realize the differences throughout the world. That it was originally made for the spread of communication on oh, my fucking camera, dude. It stops recording after half an hour. It's so annoying. That's just because of the UK. Fuck you guys. Why did you ruin that for us? That's a whole nother subject. I'll tell you off. It's actually a thing I learned, that there's a reason why it only records a half an hour. It's super stupid. I'll send you the video. It's because of the UK, basically.
Fuck you, UK.
Yeah, right, pretty much. But yeah, the internet was basically kind of made so we could spread information faster, and now it's definitely doing that and then some. And we're able to open our eyes to the bigger picture a lot easier because we can see our brothers and sisters without like them being our neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely some pros and definitely a lot of cons, but I definitely think it's made us universally more, I don't even know. I think we've advanced with not just the internet, but our minds have advanced with the coming of the internet. I think overall, the big, gigantic picture is it's good for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because things thrive when they can think together. What is it? Like ants or bees or something has like a hive mind mentality to where if one of their comrades is getting fucked up, they all know immediately, like, oh, shit's going down.
Right.
Let's all band together. So, I don't know. I definitely think it's a benefit as much as there is cons.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we at? An hour and 32 minutes. All right, quotes. Let's just do quotes and we'll be on our way.
All right.
We just beat Jessica's stream. So, ooh.
Yeah. What's up, Jessica?
Hey. All right, here we go. Here's the first quote is by Socrates. The unexamined life is not worth living. I feel like we can pretty much just like breeze past that quote because he ain't wrong.
Yeah, I agree. The unexamined life is not worth living.
Right. You just breeze past and don't really look around to examine where you're at. then you're just an ant basically doing your work, and that's all you're worth.
Just vibe out.
Yeah. I that's why I don't I think existential thoughts get a bad rap, and they don't always have to be depressing. I think
No.
it's good for yourself to just kind of really put yourself in perspective. As hard as it is to listen to, you got to examine everything. You got to think about the fact that there is another possibly habitable planet, millions and millions of light years away that you'll never be able to even see. I think that kind of thing right there, you think about the fact that there could be something exactly like me somewhere else, that will really fuck with you, but it definitely, you have to realize that to enjoy and not take for granted
Broaden your
your life.
horizons.
Right. You got to think about things outside of the box.
I have thought about that before. Like the fact that, as far as we know, space and the universe and all that, like that's endless.
Yep.
Right? So mathematically speaking, somewhere out there is another me.
Yep.
Doing the exact same thing we're doing right now.
Yeah. Or at least
I have thought about that.
Or at least, well, here's the thing too. I've said this a million times. I might have even said it on this podcast. I don't think I have. There were dinosaurs here the size of buildings. I think we just take that so for granted. That's just nuts. That we're so thinking about aliens. There's this huge fucking generalization about aliens. Why can't it just be a fucking bug? Why can't it just be a hamster that's somewhere else in this goddamn universe? Why does it have to be an intelligent me? Why does it have to be some jelly-looking fucking green thing?
Or, like, have you seen The Arrival? The movie The Arrival?
No, I have not.
It's a very good movie, and I really like it because it's a different take on aliens, right? It's not the long, lanky, big head, skinny body.
Weird
typical,
shit.
Yeah. It's like a octopus.
Okay.
And these aliens come to Earth in these like bean-like spaceships. Like just like a big bean looking, like the Chicago bean kind of thing.
Oh,
like it looked
okay.
like that.
Yep.
And they land in different parts of the world, like different major cities and areas. And their whole goal was to communicate with us and basically say, because we were just about to go into this war, basically, with like all these countries. It was basically them communicating with us, like, hey, quit being an idiot. Like, we can save you. Like, just let us help. But other parts of the world were like, we need to blow these things up. And eventually the U.S. gets like this chick who is teaching college classes, and she's like a translator kind of person, and she works with them, and she eventually figures it. It's a really good movie. I think you should watch that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a different take on aliens.
Right.
And I really enjoy that one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like, why do people always think that aliens are that? I think it's just because that's what we see in movies and all that.
Well,
like, why can't it be a fucking Transformer, dude? Maybe maybe Optimus Prime's really out there.
He is. I thought that was a real movie.
Oh, true.
Shia LaBeouf is like our god. Oh man, no, yeah, that's a cool concept because it could. Fucking octopus are super smart. Some of these things are geniuses. They just because they can't communicate like we can doesn't mean that they're not intelligent.
Right.
We just we associate intelligence so much with our communication. It's like, man, some of these whales are fucking hella smart. And they're communicating
with like sound waves and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I think we smashed that one out. We can quick get this last one. Hour 40, we'll call it. If God did not exist, we're really fucking hitting God today. If God did not exist, it would be necessary to invent him. That was a quote by Voltaire, whoever the fuck that is. Now I feel bad. Um,
I agree.
yeah, I feel like I feel like some people can't grasp what they can't grasp this. I mean, we have flat earthers, man. They can't even grasp the fact that the Earth is round because they
Right.
cannot. Their brains cannot. I'm not calling them out. I'm not calling these people stupid. Just FYI. I'm just saying I feel like their brains cannot grasp the size of everything. They can't grasp the size of the Earth, the size of the universe, the size of the solar system, the universe, so on and so forth. To where these people might actually need something to keep them from just going nuts and offing themselves because they can't understand life. You need something in place for some people to just have direction. You need to have a purpose. That's where I get to religion. Like I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just not for me. It's not. So I do think that faith has to exist of some sort. And I don't say God because, I mean, yes, God, sure. But we don't everybody on the earth doesn't call the God their God, the God. You know, they call it something else.
Yep.
I feel like, no, there definitely does have to be something in place for general population to get behind so they can feel like they mean something.
Yep. What I feel like you've heard this kind of touches back on like the like for some people it just like you said it gives them a purpose. Like I've heard plenty of stories of people being like, you know, I was going down a really wrong path in my life and I found religion and it saved me. It made me a better person today. Like without religion, that person would have probably stayed on that bad path. And
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
so in that sense, yeah, I think religion is much needed. And I think it, you know, people like us who don't need it get weeded out, and the people who need it stick with it.
Yeah. Who knows? That might soon transform into something else as we move forward. Just seems like it's almost like to some people it's a rehab
Yeah.
where that's all. I'm all for that. That's cool that it's helping you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was a
You
quick.
know what I just thought of?
What's that?
Maybe the younger generation is getting out of religion because memes are making us better people. Just making everybody laugh, man. Memes. That's what it is. Crack the code.
You said that as a joke, but fuck, man, there's some truth to it. Oh man, because
Crack the code. Da Vinci Code. Nicolas Cage.
no, dude, Da Vinci Code is Tom Hanks. Damn it! Didn't you do
Nicolas
this last
Cage
one?
out here.
You fucking
Nicolas
did this
Cage.
last fucking podcast.
Da Vinci Code. Nicolas Cage out here. Let's get it.
You're right.
You can see the remake.
Yeah, that's right. And then Tom Hanks did The Journey to the Center of the Earth.
He did do that, didn't he?
Or what's what's the one that Nicolas Cage does? The
National Treasure.
National Treasure. Yep, that's right.
Dude, imagine Tom Hanks as Ghost Rider. That would hit different.
You know what? Actually, imagine Tom Hanks as Iron Man. That would hit.
That would hit different.
Tom Hanks gets in the MCU. He becomes like a Marvel character, dude. That'd be weird. Seeing him as a superhero.
That would be weird.
Fuck?
Look at me. Oh, him as Captain America. And then he can have a cameo of, look at me, I'm the captain now.
Oh.
Damn, dude, $1 million idea.
Tom Hanks, hit us up. Got the ideas for you.
Mm-hmm.
And Oscar's barking upstairs. That means he has to take a shit.
I think that's our cue then.
That is her cue. And it seems like cues are coming in.
It was a quick one though. So
quick hour and 40 minute.
Yeah, quick hour 40.
About to hit an hour and 45 if we don't shut the fuck up, but
Quick hour 40.
hey man, I just make these to make these. If you don't listen to it, I don't fucking care. It's fun. So if you're at the end here, hit me up. I'll send you $1, and it's praise. Thank you for your time.
Out of the Bag is the best podcast. You find it on every single place where you find podcasts.
Oh shit!
If you don't like Out of the Bag, then fuck you.
Oh,
that's all I gotta say.
Wow, that's some power right there. I like that, dude. I need you as my media, or what is that? My publicist. I got the
Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, YouTube,
Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public.
There you go.
And did you say Google Podcasts?
Didn't say that.
Google
one.
Podcasts as well. Apple Podcasts, you said iTunes, the same thing.
Yup.
YouTube, hell yeah. Shit, I might put my shit up on Pornhub.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'll take my shirt off so you can get it.
Hey. Yeah, we should do a naked podcast. That'd be cool. Just don't watch it. Just don't watch it back.
I think I'm going to get benched for that
one. Damn. Maybe I'll get Dad to do it. All right, I think that's it. I think that's the podcast.
That's it. That's it. Cut it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me on another episode of Out of the Bag. Until next time, I'm going to try to do these weekly. They're not going to show up on the same time, same hour, but they'll be here. I'm sure you'll hear from my brother again. Until next time, you guys have a damn good one and enjoy the rest of your day.